Hey everybody, and welcome back to the SaltyyShow, and welcome back to our amazing Hungarian Let's Play on Total War Attila with the beautiful overall mod, Medieval Kingdoms 1212 AD. Episode end, actually. It's not actually a number this time. This is one of the few times I foresee us calling it a day after this video. I did want to release one more, though, to wrap everything up and give us a nice, suitable ending. So we are focusing on knocking out the minor objectives and hopefully calling it a day for the lovely Hungarian Empire, as that in the last episode we did establish a true empire. So we are just rolling through, knocking out the last objective, which is just to make a lot of money, and we will be doing so. We're going to try and knock out, hopefully, it does look like our dear ally Chernigov is going to suffer an abysmal fate. But we are going to take Vilna up here.
Besieging the settlement.
And we do actually... Wow, we can build a lot of ladders. Alright, we'll get two medium towers. That might either A, take the pressure off of Chernigov, or just solidify Lithuania's push. Now, with that in mind, I'm gonna do my best to do no more recruiting. It's gonna be purely just holding our northern expanses and our... I wonder if we can move now at this point. At a native 6, you're good. You're good.
Would that I were as swift as the ancients.
Honestly, at that rate, you should be good to move. Somewhere we want to send you. Perhaps north. So at a -2, that'll go up to a positive. But we're going to focus on upgrading our buildings, disregarding the fact of really long-term strategic play, hopefully. Like, Pex is suffering public order, but, you know, oh well, for the most part. I mean, we could focus on building elsewhere, I guess. Eastergom actually could be, yeah, Eastergom doesn't have a fairground, so let's get a fairground going there. A lot of these low-tier cities we might as well develop, and we can actually develop them rather well with like the sheep herds. That's going to give us a lot of money real fast. So we're going to do that, and we're going to continue. We are going to try and knock out... I don't want to do that. I don't know who you are. You're governor. We are going to try and knock out Lithuania. In the meantime, though. Fingers crossed. No promises, but fingers crossed. I want to try and knock them out. Just to say we kind of defeated our last ally, or last enemy. I was hoping they... Okay, yeah, Chernigov is gone. So Lithuania has secured Kiev and Chernigov, so it looks like we are going to expand into the Eastern Europe, into the steppes. Which is an interesting predicament.
Brothers are strong.
But that's fine. We thankfully have the army. We're bringing up a third to take Kiev from the south, so we are going to do that. Yeah, Chernigov is gone. A couple traits. Didn't mean to hit that. So the most important thing, Kiev still doesn't have a garrison, and it's not going... Oh. Huh. Well, it should have a garrison. But that's fine. I wonder if we're going to get away with...
And honor!
Oh, we're still pretty close. So we are upgrading that area. I really don't want to move any of our armies with our northern border, honestly. I think it'd be a risk that is not gonna pay off. Let's go ahead and deploy you, and public order is still somewhat of an issue, so we need to keep that in mind. So getting a paper maker could be the best thing for us. Or a baker. The baker would benefit our sheep herd. But I think the papermaker would be pretty alright. It'd give them more money. And it would help our religion spread, which we do need. So we'll work on that. Meanwhile, I think we will... Do we want to lay siege? No, they're not going to run out food for a while. We're going to take attrition after this turn. So it actually looks like, everybody, this last episode, we're going to get at least one more battle in there. And that's going to be the Siege of Vilna. So I'll see you guys there. Hey everybody, and welcome to the battle replay of the Siege of Vilna. I've gone ahead and skipped through some of the boring bits where we've been breaking down their walls and securing our locations here, and now we're moving on to the battle and the skirmishing phase. Our massive cavalry archer force are wreaking havoc on these ducal spearmen here, trying to fill the gap, not even in shield wall formation. And we were pretty lucky. We managed to find a part of the wall that lost all of its towers, so very good bit on our part. And our boys are about to get right there on the walls while we may move up our main force. We did actually lose one of our siege towers here at the cost of some men, thanks to their one onager for doing the Lord's work against them, but not doing too hot with the rest of the forces here. We are piling out of this first tower uncontested at this point, but that doesn't actually go on for long. Actually, the biggest killer for these poor Moldavian swordsmen are going to be the javelins, and a lot of them. I can see our poor men are just being pelted by the amount of skirmish they have. Thankfully, we are returning the favor, though, against these ducal spearmen as they're trying to flee. These guys, a little safer, but just as bad getting javelin thrown. But thankfully, a lot of the enemy, they're not going to engage their own men with javelins. So, we're going to give a bit of a reprieve while the honor comes crashing down with more explosive shot. That other one is taking a good while. But we are pouring through the gap with our extra swordsmen, going for a lovely rear charge. Immediately breaking their poor morale. And causing quite the troubling sight for the Lithuanian defenders. It is an all-out brawl here. Oh, and that was a lovely shot. Killed quite a few people there. We do have some spear sergeants that are going to start coming up this way soon to aid in the assault on this right flank here, as we are starting to be pelted from the right by these free javelins, which we are finally getting our men in there. What little remains of this division is going to try and fight. Not that there's much left. Well, they are trying. And meanwhile, here comes the spear sergeants get the easy job today, where they're just going to start marching their way through until they get close enough to engage. But we're definitely doing a number of these defenders. Spear sergeants getting involved now. Ooh, a good slaughter there. Good kills. And we push the rest of our spear sergeants up around here, securing the gates, cutting off the enemy's escape. These poor archers. Oh, they might get one kill if he doesn't move or do something. Oh, is he dead? It looks like he's dead. Oh, nope, he's getting back up. Oh, that guy did not, though. He did not live. That is a little unfortunate for that poor man. But we are steaming through and pouring through the forces here. And the general leads the assault. Meanwhile, all that's left now with the outer defenses destroyed is moving up in taking the siege point. With the last battle at hand, I figured we'd watch the last little bit of the Ducal Spearman defense of the siege point. These guys didn't actually rout as soon as we got up here, so it was a bit of a uphill battle, you could say. But let's just soak it in the last time we get to see the amazing spear sergeants at work. If you remember at the beginning of the campaigns, the spear sergeants were the first units that we had that really carried their weight in that initial siege of, I don't remember where we took, but one of our initial sieges at the beginning of the game, they really carried their weight. We lost most of them, but they did secure victory for us, so it's only fitting that they're the ones to carry us out for this campaign. As we make our way up. I love some of them are just sliding down the hill. That is hilarious. The smart defenders are up here. The smart defenders are up here. They know all is lost. They're not going to sell their lives. They're going to peace out. Some of these shields are very unequivocally black, which is hilarious. But that is it. That is the route that we've been waiting for. And victory is ours, everybody. And I will see you back on the campaign map. Welcome back. So that siege did actually take a couple more casualties than I was expecting, but nothing to really be concerning ourselves with. And we have now reached the end of the map with Vilnius. We are going to destroy these buildings. All of them in suit. And yes, we did manage to keep... So we've taken their capital. They do own Kiev and Chernigov, though. So they're not out of the picture yet. However, Bela, King Bela is here. So might be doing something very soon, trying to deal with him. We're going to try and continue pressuring. Getting another 2 cities will really secure our might. I wish Haliak here would do something. They have 3 armies at this point. I don't know if they're at war with Lithuania, though. I'll have to check. If not, see if I can pay them to join our war. And go from there. Because if they want to take Kiev and Chernigov, be my guest. I really don't feel like trying to manage all of those cities. We're kind of stretched thin as it is with our armies. But so far, all they're doing is moving around and fortifying their town. So I'm thinking they're not at war. So I'm going to see if we can bring them in, perhaps. Okay. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, they're not.
Be most welcome. Your words will find an...
Thank you. So they've now joined the war. They should be a bit more open to fighting now. Just go ahead and convert this to a donated fee to help with the economy and continue destroying stuff there. I don't think we're going to invest in anything that far away, though. You're sitting at a -2. That would help. Nice. Another fairgrounds, perhaps? Just get a buttload of fairgrounds, maybe? That could greatly help the economy. It's just spamming fairgrounds with no consideration for anything else. I think at this point these armies are all going to play defensive as the wall between us and Poland. And we will allow Bela to finish them off, hopefully. Our empire does look mighty unique, but I'm... At this rate, I'm not that worried about the way the empire looks. It's hard to manage an empire in the position of Hungary once you fully expand outwards. I am happy, though, and I hope you guys are too, about the length of the campaign and the battles and enjoyment we had. Hungary, for Neil Kingdom still 12 AD, did get a change up in the newest update, released back in March, I believe. I have not got to experience that one, so they did change the starting conditions a little bit. However, it is a fairly easy start. Despite having multitude of enemies, and like it was precarious at a couple times. However, nothing that I think anyone, if you sit back and play it a bit more safe than I think, you know, I did at the time. It's not impossible for sure. It's definitely a normal start. I'd give it that. So I bet money they've abandoned Chernigov. These are both those two stacks, and Halyak is now marching on them. With that in mind, we're going to fortify there, and we're not going to press. Chernigov will take that, or Halyak will take it, whatever their actual name is. I can't remember. We will be getting a church up here, though, just to try and help stabilize the economy, or the public order. We could get a beekeeper, that's also going to help. And a Leprochon. Why are we suffering? That's fine. We'll stabilize their public order and call it a day. Elsewhere, we are getting public order benefits there. Trying to see if there's anything else we can get that's easy money. 250, 140, 280. There we go, 280. We're gonna get, we did get the fairgrounds there, that's awesome. We're good to continue on our spout. I'm glad that we did manage to hold on to Alexandria too, that's awesome. And it's a bit of a unique flavor city for Hungary to have. We own and control the Nile, pulling a bit of a British move there. But I guess I can use this episode to kind of talk about what's to come, especially if you're still watching. It means you're definitely intrigued and you're enjoying the channel enough. So what I'm thinking about replacing this one is going to probably be a interesting take, honestly. It's not on my channel a lot. There's only one series I did and it got canceled very early on, but I'm thinking about trying to play Warhammer 3. I've bought all the Warhammers. I've bought a good bit of DLC from Warhammer 1 and 2, but I have less than maybe 200 hours total in all of the games. It's truly a devastation with how much money I've put into that game just supporting CA and trying to get into it. I have given a lot of money to that series, so I'm gonna try and jump in there. Oh yeah, I think they're gonna take that. I don't think they'd lose, and I bet Chernigov is. Yep, Chernigov is empty. We did research. I would love to get this, but we're not going to play for another 54 turns. That's one thing that we did talk about in the comments of the last episode, is the fact that it does take a significant amount of time to get to these late stage tech eras, but it does make sense due to the fact that I believe it's 4 turns per year. So when you're pushing that to 300 years of history potentially, I think this goes from the 12th to the 15th century or 14th century. I want to say that's an accurate time frame. Either way, it's supposed to go from early medieval to late early to high to late medieval period, the same way Medieval 2 worked, I believe. Let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong, obviously, but when you're covering that big of a time span, getting the timing down right, it's really rough, which I think I think the modding team is doing a good job. I just don't think it's necessarily like, I wonder how many people played, Medieval 2. Well, Medieval 2 wasn't 4 turns per year, but okay, lost a couple people. That's fine. We're making 7,600 right now. That's awesome. And they are now besieging them. One of them is going back, it looks like. Bela... We'll keep Bela here for now. He's just gonna chill. He's gonna chill on the corner there until either that area is secured or we know that we gotta send him forth. Not too sure yet. Is it beneficial to get this at all? It kind of is. This late stage, why not? Let's actually see how worth it is. Wow, you don't have a sanitation building here and you're... That's truly surprising. Huh. Well, we're definitely not going to get one now, being the end of the game, but that's crazy that Dalmatia here, Splint, doesn't have a sanitation building. And we're out of money there, that's fine. But, yeah, it's interesting to try and cover this much history. But yes, the series that will be replacing this will be a Warhammer 3 series with just a shit ton of mods. I mean, I've really gone through and I've done everything to like reskins to... Now, there's no major overhauls like SFO, I believe that's what it's called. I will not be using as... I've tried. I did enjoy SFO, but I've moved on and haven't touched it in years, so not really gonna worry about it too much. So it's just a lot of reskins, some cosmetic changes, and a lot of like the expanded map. The expanded map for Warhammer 3. Milan is gone. Wow, who killed Milan? England did. Definitely something would have happened between us and England if we continued playing. We're sitting at number 1, they're sitting at number 2. We have 13, or they have 13 cities. We have a bit more, I believe.
I welcome you on behalf of the people. And
but they are most definitely... They would have been a powerhouse to fight, and the Principality of Wales is new.
Greetings, friend.
The Seljuk of Rome is growing in power in the east, actually kicking Nicaea out a good bit, which is interesting. So very cool. And they've actually secured Antioch from the Kingdom of Jerusalem and Cyprus. And now all they own is Cyprus. They're the Kingdom of Cyprus at this point. So they've secured Kiev. That's great. We're going to let them go about their stuff. Yeah, they're going to be recruiting forces. We've boxed them in, and I do think the Grand Kayas... I'm hoping they've got it under control at this point. So we're not going to worry about it. And fingers crossed, everything's going to turn out awesome. Now down here, let's get another city square. $250. Yeah, sheep herd's still just a little better. Yeah, so it's gonna be a Warhammer 3 series. I'm not gonna dispose of the faction yet, but it is an extremely popular one. But it's one that I feel like I think everybody just can't get enough of, and I'm gonna jump into it and just have a lot of fun, especially since I got some new content in the last DLC/update. So I'm hoping it's going to be a lot of fun, and I really want it to be. And we're going to roll with it. Probably going to be a longer campaign. I don't think... See, that shows I've not played Warhammer 3 enough. I don't remember the victory conditions exactly. I don't remember how they work out. So it'll be a learning experience for me, and hopefully a lot of new people, if they're itching for Warhammer 3 and they don't want to watch somebody that's played eons of... Oh, Sweden died. Who killed Sweden? Denmark. Denmark has... Oh, they've united, basically, all of the north. Look at Denmark. Poland's doing all right. Austria's still kicking. Republic of Genoa really set itself to be the controller of Italy, but they kind of just stopped. I think the Holy Roman Empire coming in there really threw them off. The Reconquista went well. We did not reclaim Jerusalem in this campaign, but that's alright. Wow. The Latin Empire has retaken. They have retaken Constantinople from the Byzantine Empire. How cool, this tipsy-turvy world. They've gone back and retaken it. Now, they still own 7 regions, but you can tell they've been... Well, they're still actually not... They're not that strong, so... Very curious indeed, but that's not a big deal for us. They're pushing on Chernigov. Very nice. We're only 1,000 away from being where we need to be with our economy. So these last few buildings should send us over the edge, I believe. It does look to be that way. So we are definitely getting there, everybody. Let's see if we can min-max. Nope. We have just enough units to hit that check mark, so we're not going to change anything. Yeah, I'm very excited. And I enjoy the length of this campaign. 17 episodes, basically. I think it's a good enough episode amount to achieve. And plus, we've really hit the... we're not steamrolling by any means, but we've definitely hit, like, we are an empire now. And a lot of the wars I think we'd fight at this point would be a bit grindy. I'm not saying I'm not having fun or anything like that, but I do think it would slow down a lot. And I think we've reached the peak. Especially last episode. Last episode did really good, so... compared to viewership-wise. That's fine. Nothing is breaking out. It looks like they're about to take it. They had a battle. That's awesome. Let's not invest in a province that far away. They had an outbreak. That sucks for them. Thankfully not for us, though. Let's get that paper maker. And... yeah, that'll push us right over the edge, I think. Nothing else can be built for cheap. Well, maybe something over here. Fields.
How can I serve you?
There you go. We're 500 away, and then everybody, I think that's where we're going to call it. It's been really fun, and this episode is just to give a nice stamp of approval from the victory conditions check. And the first campaign, this is the first campaign I've completed on Medieval Kingdoms 1212 AD, and it has been a fucking blast. I do hope you guys have enjoyed the playthrough with me, and well, leave your feedback and comments below. What did you enjoy? I know replays were a killer for this series, so definitely going to continue carrying that on in other series where I can. I definitely think it's one of the best ways for people to watch YouTube videos on defeat the... yep, that's not surprising. For people to watch on YouTube is the replay format. I know a lot of people that do it. We're 100 away. Are you kidding me? 100 away. I think we're about to finish. Yeah, we're good to end another turn.
Ready, willing, and able.
And just call it a day. So we're going to continue that on, but what else did you enjoy? We did role-playing at the beginning of the series just a little bit. I do think plenty of people enjoyed that, maybe. I know I did. It did not continue throughout the whole series, but it was a fun little deviation from what I normally did, which was just real-time commentary. Which a lot of people say that stuff's dead nowadays, but I most definitely... I enjoy playing the games, and if people are watching them, then they can enjoy me and we can go along the journey. I do not care. This is a hobby that is actually now making me money. I have not gotten any payment out of it. If anybody's interested, I have 20 subscribers over the limit. We are now making enough money over the limit, and I've made about $5 from ads. So it's definitely not something that, you know, don't do this hobby if you expect to make money. And if you do expect to make money from it, then you're going to need to learn from somebody else, because it's not me. But I think we've done it, everybody. Survive until 1260. We've done that one. We've done that one. We control all the provinces. Researched 5 techs. Maintain 80 units. And I think we've done it. This should be checkmarked if I'm not wrong. Let's find out really quickly if it will update one more turn. But if not, either way, that is going to be the end of our Hungarian Empire Let's Play. We only started this a month or two ago. Well, actually quite a few months ago, I guess. But it has been a blast to play and learn as we go. And I'm glad I got to jump back into Attila. Total War Attila, optimization aside, because that's really the only downside, there are a lot of really unique mechanics for the game. There's a lot of amazing mods, and I really can't get enough of it, honestly. And plus, it's got one of the nicer detailed maps. And there we are. Okay, it did just take that. Victory has been achieved, a minor victory. So we did manage to win this campaign, and that has been awesome. From 1212 to 1273. We are affluent and impressive, and we did an awesome job. So with that, everybody, this is where I'm going to wrap up today's episode. I don't even know how long it is, but I hope you enjoyed the last battle against Lithuania, and I hope you enjoyed watching and going along this journey with me. Without further ado, I hope you stick around and check out the other stuff on the channel, and I hope you look forward to the Warhammer 3 playthrough that I'm about to pull up coming next week. So, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, like and subscribe as always. But I've been your host, Salty. Peace out, everybody.